there's a couple of elements that if you believe the decoder, you begin with the decoder. First of all is what I call the ethical responsibility for success. Ethical responsibility for success. As a communicator, your responsibility is to get to here. It's not enough to get to here. I live out near Hopkins, the Homewood campus, and my next door neighbor is a biomedical engineer, a graduate student. And he and I enjoy each other's company. We talk a lot. And I pick his brains on biomedical engineering, about which I know very little, and he picks my brains about communication, about which he knows a lot. And he was saying he had a classmate. They have to, in graduate school, they have to do this research and present seminars. And he had a classmate, we'll call him Sam. Sam came to Chris. He was ready for his seminar, to present for his seminar. He says, I've got 45 slides of mathematical equations. And Chris says, dude, that's an hour of sleep for everybody, you know? And Sam says, but it's important. And I'm talking to Chris. I said, duh. If it's important, then it's all the more reason to make it clear and understandable. But the guy is wrapped up in this. As long as he gets, you know, I mean, Chris says, even a room full of mathematicians would get bored with 45 slides of mathematical equations. Okay? Chris is in the same field, and he tells me whenever he has to do a presentation, he never uses more than one mathematical formula. He always uses explanations, illustrations, examples. Okay? So that's the first thing about a decoder-oriented thing is you take the responsibility. Another example might be if your boss or department chairman said, I want you to come in and explain to me the Wapdoodle project so I understand it. You're going to make sure, it's your boss, you're going to make sure he understands the Wapdoodle experiment, okay? If some undergraduate comes to you and says, can you tell me about the Wapdoodle? Yeah, here, kid, look up this article, you know? In the first case, you're taking the responsibility for success. In the second case, you aren't. You're giving him a good reference, but you're telling him to go look at it. You're not explaining anything to him. So it's, you take the responsibility for success if you're concerned about communication.